Hello YouTubers, we are back with part whatever it is. I'm sure it'll be in the description, but we are still working on the Busch van. As you can see, I put in a piece of styrene there under the seat to cover that gap that was there, and then I painted it. So far, it's not looking too bad. I did start fixing up the box. I took the tape off. I painted the mud flaps. I'm going to paint this bottom piece here that's silver. I'll paint that black. I'm going to paint the little handle on the back, and then probably use my red fine tip Sharpies and put some marker lights on it, and maybe even build a custom bumper for the back with like a lift gate or something, I don't know. And the only other thing I really have to do to the truck is to put the mirror on the passenger side and paint it black. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So far, this build, am I happy with it? Probably. I bought this truck at the Hobby Smith in Portland, Oregon, and it was in the clearance bin when I got it, so I didn't pay a lot for it to begin with. But still, I want to take care of it and make sure that I don't totally mess up the truck itself, so I can use it for future, just setting it around, having it take up space and all that. Okay, so the mirror fits in, test fitted it. Now I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue on the little pieces that extrude off of the main mirror. And you see how I give it a dab on my cotton cloth there. There's the mirror itself with the little tines that come off it. The reason why I do the dab on the cotton cloth is to take some of the excess glue off, so I don't get an overabundance of glue on the model. I've gotten Athearn blue boxes before used that had just a ton of glue on the handrails, and it's nothing that can't be fixed after time, because most of them are old. They're from the I think 2000 is the right around the cutoff point. This one is like one of the last blue box models that I have. Technically it's a blue box / ready to roll. It came in a blue box, it was marked in the blue box, it was brand new, but it came with the modern ready to roll handrails, and it came with a DCC ready quick plug. So it was like right at the end of the blue box era, and yeah, this engine is probably over weathered, but I think it adds more character to it. I really like it, so I keep it like that. And I'm not going to weather the rest of them that bad, but yeah, that was probably right at the end, and I bought that in 2000, 2001, around there. And before that they had the metal handrails. Well, I've gotten several, and since they are kind of old, from the 2000 era, maybe the 90s or the 80s even, you can take an X-Acto knife and just chip the excess glue off pretty easily. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm actually going to glue the door on today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test fit the door where I think it probably looked the best as an open door. I don't want to open it too much because I want it to still look realistic, but I don't want to leave it too far closed, because then you won't be able to see any of the details inside the actual van itself. And once again, I wipe off the excess. And the thing with this is it has these lines on the side of the body and on the side of the door. It's like a you know, a design line, how the lines would you know, have this, or the sides would have a like a design on the side. Well, when I put the door on, I tried to line up those lines to make it look like it was you know, level, pretty well on there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search around. Here they are. I have a box full of, get some stuff out of the way here. I got some train cars that I've had for a while. I got from a friend. Here we go. Alright, this is an Athearn blue box, a box full of pens and markers. The Minwax markers I use for grade crossings. And a fine tip red Sharpie is what I'm looking for. So I can do the little marker lights on the top of this little trailer here, or whatever you want to call it, the box van. You put one on each side and one in the center. And I'm hoping that you know, if I get it in the center, I can do 2 or 3 lights up there. And I've got 2, but I think they're a little centered. I might be able to get 1 more on this other side. I wanted to do 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I got 3 in the middle and 2 on the sides. I'll do 1 on the outer edge here, 1 on the back. And you see just little red lines. 2 more on this side. Do the 1 on the back. The 1 on the front. And then on the very back, I'm going to do 2 up at the top on either side. And now I'm going to do the 3 in the middle. Not perfect, but pretty darn good. I'll take the black Sharpie. I know I had it out. Here she be. And I'll color in the door handle on the back. This is a indented door handle, so fairly easy to color. I noticed Detail Enhancer from, what is it, Testers? Has some kind of chemical in it that actually melts off some paint and decals. It takes decals right off. I noticed that when I tried to use Detail Enhancer on one of my pickup trucks. Not this one, but it was similar to this one. This is a River Point Station BNSF truck. I got this used. Somebody messed with it. Did I get this one used? I have 3 of these, so I don't know if this one was the used one or not. Yeah, I took the lettering right off it, so I had to make it a regular pickup. So then I ordered 2 more. So I just stuck the back on. It's basically the gist of how it looks. Gotta paint this other mirror real quick. I'm sure it's dry by now, so I'll go ahead and do that real fast. And then you know, got the open door on there. I might even take the axle back out in the front and bend it slightly and make the wheels look like they're turned a little bit. It'll probably be a really good idea and make it have a little bit more detail. Maybe a very light weathering on this. I'm not sure about the decals yet, what I'm going to put on there. I might even leave it plain, I don't know. I did use the Sharpie on the front bumper to dull it down because, you know, the chrome on stock any vehicle is pretty shiny, and I'll show you what I mean. I have this old Herpa diesel here. It's what Peter built, and yeah, it's just, I mean, I realize there are trucks in real life that have this, but and it's even dirty, so you know, it gets worse. That's just, I mean, I know they have these in real life that have a lot of chrome on them, but when they're this shiny as a model, it looks extra fake. So so I always use the silver Sharpie on my bumpers and mirrors, especially if I'm not going to paint the bumpers and the mirrors and the grill work and all that. If I'm not going to paint it, then I at least dull it down. Okay, so I'm going to put a quick coat of paint on this white mirror. Let's see if you can see it while I'm doing it. And then after this, I'll probably paint the back side of the mirrors with Testor's silver. That's the one and only piece on here that I actually want to be shiny, are the mirrors, because they're glass. Well, it's supposed to be glass. They're not going to be clear like, you know, like a piece of glass would, but I want them to be a little reflective. And I like using the Testor's silver because it's just really easy to work with. I used to like the Flow Quill and the Polyscale. They're pretty damn good paints, but of course they went out of business, and I think somebody else is producing them now. But then there's Model Masters, which I use a lot of, and True Color, which I use a lot of. Also Model Flex by Badger, I also use a lot of that. For this particular little paint job, I want to use the silver from the Testors. Okay, so this series is probably pretty long, but I know the videos are pretty long. Bear with me if you're bored and losing interest on it. And then at the end of this video here, really soon, you're gonna see this finished van on my little diorama with a couple pics, I guess. I'm not gonna be able to do the pics today. The weather is really bad here. Had a thunderstorm last night and it poured, and it's still overcast and not very picture friendly outside. So yeah, here's pretty much the finished van. I'll do a couple more details to the back. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. Got the half window inside the open driver door. Got the mirrors with the painted reflective and the black on the front. See this side, the fuel tank is painted. So yeah, this is the basic truck here. I mean, this was just you know, something for me to do. I was kind of bored. I've been wanting to get back out into the train room and do something, and I actually liked this van when I first bought it, and I didn't like the green color, even though green is my favorite color. It just didn't look right, and you know, green with the silver box, it just didn't look right. So I think this will look a lot better. I'll add a couple more details to it, and then you'll see some pictures and let me know what you think. Comments and subs are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll get back to you. Thanks very much, and have a great day.